of terror appeasement is back to haunt the Congress after the party's Karnataka Neta's son was arrested for being a quote-unquote ISIS operative. Now, a former mantri has been raided for leasing the property of an ISIS blast accused. Hot on the heels of Islamist terror funding, the ED has today raided Congress's Kimmane Ratnakar's office, which was taken on rent from Mohammed Shariq's family. Remember that in November, Shariq, an ISIS operative, was allegedly carrying an IED-laden pressure cooker, which accidentally blew up, injuring him. He was swiftly arrested by the NIA, and now it appears that his family had given their property on lease to the Congress Neta as an office space. The ED has raided and interrogated Ratnakar about his links to Shariq. Times Now has confronted Ratnakar, who denies any links to Shariq. Listen in.
I said the NIA authorities asked regarding the lease deed and all that, how we came to your premises and all that. I have told them that we have taken the party office for the lease by paying 10 lakhs rupees advance and per month 1,000 rupees rent. It is only a relationship between the owner and our party office is only with respect to the landlord and tenancy relationship. We are not having any other connections between the family of the owner and our party or any of our party workers.
Karnataka's Home Minister says that the agencies are tracking terror financing, and his party adds that Congress's link to terror is no surprise in the dock. The Grand Old Party says that ED and CBI are being misused for vendetta politics.
ತೀರ್ಥಹಳ್ಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಶಾರುಖ್ ಯಾರು ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಕುಕ್ಕರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಂಬ್ ಬ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ, ಶಾರುಖ್ಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟ ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಇಡಿ ಕೆಲವು ಮನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ನನ್ನ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್. ಇಡಿ ಮತ್ತು NIA ಏನೇನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾರ್ಯಾರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಇತ್ತು ಶಾರುಖ್ಗೆ, ಹೇಗೆ ಯಾರ ಹಣದಿಂದ ಆತ ಓಡಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ, ಹೇಗೆ ಹಣ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ, ಇದರ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯನ್ನು ಕೆದಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೈಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸರ್. ಅದರ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ. ತಾಜುದ್ದೀನ್ ಅವರ ಮಗ ಅವನು ಕೂಡ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ರ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇವೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ. ಎನ್ಕ್ವೈರಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನೇನು ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
तो मैंने आपको कहा, राजनीतिक तानाशाही का मिसाल क्या है कि प्रतिशोध की राजनीति, उत्पीड़न की राजनीति के लिए ईडी, सीबीआई, इनकम टैक्स का दुरुपयोग हो रहा है.
तो आपको लगता है कुकर ब्लास्ट केस में भी दुरुपयोग हो रहा है?
इसीलिए किसी ने पार्लियामेंट में कहा था, मोदी सरकार के दो भाई ईडी और सीबीआई.
Has the Congress party and its leaders not wittingly, unwittingly funded and given money and resources and patronage and protection to the ISIS operators? Time and again, the Congress party, after doing such actions, stands in defense of terror as well. The same Congress which says Hindu terror is very happy to defend and say that the auto-rickshaw blast, the cooker blast was not a terror attack, and therefore Congress ka haath aatankwaad ke saath, this has been proven yet again.
We all know that CBI, BJP, ED, IT are the frontal organizations like the ABVP, Bajrang Dal and VHP of the RSS. So they will use these frontal organizations to malign Congress leaders, malign opposition leaders and others. We are starting from the Congress leadership itself, they have been doing it. We will face, we have nothing to hide and we have nothing to run away from it also. We will face these kind of things.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
And for more on this, we're going across to our guest. With us is Guru Prakash, national spokesperson of the BJP. Also with us on the panel is Dr. Suman C. Raman, political analyst. Kapil Madan is a lawyer. But I want to, Subrashta is an author and founder of The Churn. But I want to first and foremost go across to Abdul Razack Khan, political analyst. Abdul Razack Khan, what the BJP is saying is that the ED's findings, according to them, are not surprising, because they are saying that in just this very case, the a Congress leader, a Taluk level chief's son, was arrested just a few weeks ago. And now we are looking at the prospect of a former minister who, whether we like it or not, whether wittingly or unwittingly, the ED's allegation at least is that he had rented this apartment or this office space from the family of one Mohammed Shariq. And end of the day, he has wittingly or unwittingly probably ended up financing that family. How do you see this, sir?
First of all, Madhav, if I am to lease out a property, I would not get into the details of the family of the property owner. First of all, Kimmane Ratnakar's nephew Naveen has the contract with Muhammad Hashim, father of Muhammad Shariq, who passed away recently due to cancer. And this agreement is not just a paper agreement, it is a registered agreement at a taluk office. And this happened in 2015. Since 2015, the Congress office is present there itself. Now coming to the point, the case was submitted to NIA on December 1st. Today the NIA comes up and brings out a Congress link. What has Congress party to do with this? Come on, even a small mobile phone theft will be dig deeper and probed better. What is NIA doing? Is the NIA saying that the Congress is linked? Or is the ED saying that the Congress is linked? Yes, there was a Congress office. They have paid 10 lakh rupees. Now they have to get back their money. Once the money is given, they will vacate the office.
All right. So your allegation is that it's too tenuous a link. Let's get the BJP on that. Guru Prakash, the BJP in the state of Karnataka is jumping the gun when it comes out.
What was the NIA doing?
1 second, sir. You
is this a probe, first of all?
Mr. Abdul Razack Khan, you made your point. Now let's get the response from the BJP, which has made this allegation.
This case was submitted to NIA.
Mr. Abdul Razack Khan,
what is NIA doing?
There are raids that have taken place today.
Do they take 1.5 months to come out with this?
There are raids that have taken place today. On the basis of the raids and whatever the findings of the EDR, the statements have been made by the BJP. Now let's listen to the BJP, to the questions that you are raising.
Why are they dancing to the tunes of BJP?
Sir, I'm asking the BJP if you will allow me to speak. Mr. Abdul Razack Khan.
Why is the NIA?
Mr. Abdul Razack Khan, if you're going to interrupt like this, I'm going to force your fader down. You've asked a reasonable question. Now listen to the response. Guru Prakash, you're drawing too tenuous a link is the question coming in from the opposition. What is the link? Because if a person is hiring a property or renting a property, is now the person who is the tenant supposed to check the antecedents of the owner?
Why not, Madhav? I'm surprised. Ignorance of law is not an excuse. You don't know that murder is an offense, you commit a murder.
What is the law broken over here?
What sort of logical reasoning is this? I was not aware that jumping the red light is a crime, so I jumped the red light. Ignorance of law is not an excuse. We have a constitutional democracy where we are living. We have set of rules, we have set of regulations. But we have to understand that deeper malice here. Congress party and terrorism, they have bhai-bhai ka sambandh. It was none other than senior Congress leader, former Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, Digvijay Singh. What did he say? Osama Ji, Hafiz Saeed Ji. None other than Congress Foreign Minister, Mr. Salman Khurshid, who said after Batla House encounter, कि जब वहाँ पे encounter हुआ तो सोनिया गांधी की आंखों में आंसू था. There is an established clear-cut link between Congress party, and this is all in the name of minority appeasement. You cannot do anything and everything under the sun under the name of minority appeasement. There have been evidences in the past as well, and this is a clear-cut evidence. A senior Congress leader, you do not make a simple person a minister in your cabinet, for God's sake. Mr. Ratnakar has been a minister in the Congress government.
Okay.
And this is a clear-cut link with the Congress party. It was his property under which all this operation was going on. Who else is responsible? Who else is accountable? You have to answer for this.
Well, there may be serious charges that these individuals face, but the point is whether Mr. Ratnakar can be proceeded upon legally. I'm not sure what sections of law really Mr. Ratnakar has violated, but Suman C. Raman's hand is going up. Suman C. Raman, I don't know about the legal aspect, but it's also at the end of the day in politics, a lot is about propriety. If there is a link with a person's family who has been accused of terror, certainly the optics don't look good. Would you concede that at least?
No, Madhav, we are really down to scraping the bottom of the barrel now for the Karnataka elections, it looks like. I mean, how absurd and idiotic is this charge? That you take a property on lease from somebody and 4 years later one of his family members is accused in a terror plot. How on earth are you supposed to know it 4 years or 5 years in advance? I mean, does it make any sense even to do a debate on this? There has got to be some common sense or logic in it. This man, okay, Mr. Ratnakar's nephew, Mr. Naveen, should have known that one relative of the landlord would become an accused in a terror plot several years down the line. So he should not have taken that place on rent. Madhav, is it not laughable? Why are we even debating such a stupid issue on prime time? Just
well, the
tell me
allegations
honestly,
are being
does it
made by
make
the
any sense?
BJP,
Which
and
law
you would
has
have
been
seen those
violated here?
allegations, sir. The allegations they are saying is that this is in the
No,
context
but
of already
tell me-
one of the
tell me
accused who
what
is
is
linked
the
to the
law
Congress.
which has
Now, a
been
second
violated?
such link is emerging. It's an allegation.
is the
I am
law?
not saying that any charge sheet has been filed,
Madhav,
but this is an allegation that BJP is making.
What law has
So
been
let's
violated
all right.
here?
Let's get to the BJP
what
on
law
that.
has been violated?
Please ask the
What
BJP
law
that
has
question.
been
You're more than
violated?
welcome to. Guru Prakash, the link is laughable, says Sumant Siraman. He says, how is a person supposed to have known in advance that one of his relatives who is hiring the house from is going to, commit an act of terror? Isn't that stretching things a bit too far? Please respond to it.
Madhav,
Several years
there is a certain leadership of the Congress party that finds everything laughable. For them, the security and integrity and the sovereignty of this country is also laughable. The clear-cut established evidence is here.
Answer
There is
the
a senior
question,
Congress
sir.
leader.
Please.
There is a senior Congress leader, Mr. Ratnakar, whose property was involved in this present case. That was eventually related to a Mangaluru blast as well. So there are some questions. We need some answers for it. Why are you running away from answering those questions? You have some questions, and if you think you are spot-free, then please answer those questions. Make this clear in public. Don't run away from it. You are running away from it. Stop running away from it and face the music. Face the law. That is a clear-cut answer to it.
What law has been
But there is a link. There is a link.
Let me just come in over here, and I just said this a few minutes ago. Okay, Guru Prakash, take that question. What law has been violated is the question coming from two panelists at least.
When Mr. Madhav, this is clearly beyond my comprehension. When Mr. Digvijay Singh said Osama ji, no law was violated. When Mr. Salman Khurshid said that Sonia Gandhi Rohi ki no law was violated. Not everywhere law is violated, but
it's also about propriety. Yes, that's the question. It's also about propriety.
It's a matter of your integrity. That's it.
Okay, let me come in. No, one second. Sir, the other panelists also. Please let others also come in. Kapil Madan, question being asked over here is that everything is not only about the mandate of law. It's also about the optics, about the links that are being alleged. And right now, of course, the agencies will have to do their job. Their task is cut out. Whether they can prove this in a court of law, what they're claiming even today, whether it is, there is enough proof to substantiate whatever they're claiming is also something that ultimately these agencies will have to prove. All right, we've lost that line there with Kapil Madan. I think he's back with us. Kapil Madan, it's also about perception. It's also about the optics of this kind of an incident when such raids take place and when such revelations come out in the public domain. Your response to that?
Is this question to me, Madhav?
Yes, Kapil, question for you.
Can you please repeat the question?
The question is that the legality or no legality, the point is when there are optics associated with such an issue. Of course, we all know there's an election that's not hidden from anyone, that is just about 4 to 5 months away in Karnataka. But in this very case of pressure cooker blast, when there's already a link of one of the accused with a Congress block level leader's son, now a second such link emerging is bound to raise questions. Because it's also about perception.
Madhav, I was very patiently listening to the spokesperson of the BJP here, and I also heard, Mr. Sumant Raman making his point, and I totally agree with, Mr. Raman here. This so-called link, looks like, very, very, humorous to me. I mean, on what basis, on, what rationale you're trying to link, how can you even impute mala fide on the person who has leased the property? How would that person know? And also, I would like to just respond to the BJP spokesperson, Mr. Prakash here. When he was making his point, it sounded, superficially unconvincing to me. How do they even get courage to talk about terror-related cases when they have their own MP facing a terror charge? And on what basis they malign other parties where when your accusation does not have any basis? Is there a charge sheet? No. Is any Congress leader facing a terror trial? No. Their own sitting MP is facing a terror trial, but they will still impute these kind of false frivolous allegation to the opposition leaders. Right. And also, I would just like to remind, you will find BJP spokesperson making a lot of noises about the Muzaffarnagar and, different riots happening, but they will not tell you, or they will not tell your viewers that their own BJP MLA stands convicted in Muzaffarnagar riots.
You know,
they will not talk about it.
I don't want to mix this entire debate with riots and terror, but I want Subrashta to respond to the pointed question that you raised when it comes to a BJP MP. Subrashta, the allegation coming in from the opposition is that BJP is very quick to point out what they are alleging links to Congress, even when the links they say are very tenuous. They are not really charges that will stick. But at the same time, when BJP's own MP Pragya Thakur is facing serious terror charges, these allegations or these rules are then forgotten, or these standards are then forgotten. Subrashta.
Yes, thank you, Madhav. I think I would like to thank Mr. Kapil Madan for making it clear that Pragya Thakur is an MP. She is not just a politician in the BJP who goes like their politician in Gujarat, who actually went ahead to talk about killing of Narendra Modi during Gujarat elections. Please understand there is a difference. When there is a section of population which likes a particular political leader, and you may have a problem with lots of politics of that leader, and I completely respect that in a democracy. But this is a question that needs to be asked to the electorates as well. Why do you choose leaders like Pragya Thakur? What is the exact demography of the constituency that she represents? What are the issues that she is taking up, and why is it resonating with people out there? These are questions these guys need to answer. Also, Madhav, on the entire question, the thing that has happened in Karnataka, it is actually laughable and
okay, let her make a point. Let her make a point. I'll come back to you, Abdul Razack Khan. Let her make a point.
I never spoke.
She's just started speaking. Yeah. Please continue.
Mr. Abdul, you spoke for a large amount of time and you did not allow others to intervene. So I don't want your background music when I'm speaking. You have a problem with people raising issues. Issues will be raised. If you are really so sanctimonious about the Congress party, ask them to come up with a press release. I don't understand why has the Karnataka Congress not come up with a press release till now. Rahul Gandhi is going on attending press conferences after press conferences. Why don't the person in question does a press conference and explains their point of view? And with respect to Sumant Ramanji's charge that it is preposterous, well, it is preposterous to actually come to know that a political party has an office running at a nefarious place like this. It is a question, people will ask those questions, and if let electoral democracy settle this equation. Somebody said that this is because there are elections in Karnataka, these issues are coming up. So let the election settle scores. Let's see who actually has a better perception. Who is actually looked at as a terror.
On one point, Subrashta, I'd just like to correct you there. Jairam Ramesh is the media department chief. He has responded to the story by saying that this is misuse of central agencies, the CBI, the ED, etc. This is the official response of the Congress party to the story.
Madhav.
Subrashta.
An official response from a politician who actually skirts away a question on Himachal Pradesh's inflation, diesel price rise, and comes up with a ludicrous statement like this doesn't really cut ice. I'm talking about Karnataka Congress coming up with a press release. Giving a press bite is not akin to having a press release.
All right, Sumansi Raman wants to respond to you. Yes, Sumansi Raman.
Things very clear. Congress party has a lot to pontificate on RSS, Sangh and everything under the sun. But on this issue, the top leadership of the Congress party is mum. I don't understand why.
Okay, Sumansi Raman.
Madhav, if local media reports are to be believed, this gentleman, this landlord, first of all, however he is related to a terror accused, it does not automatically make him also a terror accused, which is a separate issue. The second point is that apparently he owns a shopping complex with many shops in it. Now I'm intrigued whether the raids were carried out only at this Congress office or all the other places also, because if the Congress party can be accused of terror financing, as you call it, so can all the other people who were tenants in the shopping complex. So have they also faced the heat, or do we know the details? I'm sure Madhav will put out the details of all those people and accuse them of perhaps financing terror and not knowing that this...
Sir, I am nobody to investigate it. It's for the ED to do it. If it chooses to do so, if it finds anything, they will probably put it out.
No, but because
it has nothing to do with me. We are merely reporting what the Enforcement Directorate is putting out in the public domain and the reaction of the BJP to it.
Worthy of a debate. No, Madhav, you feel it is.
So if you feel it is not worthy of a debate, why are you here, Mr. Sumansi Raman? You are welcome to leave. If you don't want to debate it, don't debate it.
No,
Please leave. Nobody is putting a gun to your temple. Don't debate it, sir. Who is forcing you to come and debate it? Please switch off your camera. More than welcome to sit at home and sip your coffee and watch TV. Do not participate in a debate if you don't think it's worth it. Do not participate. I'm not going to allow that last line of argument because this is the limit of being contemptuous. There is a political issue that is being reported from the state of Karnataka. You believe it's not worthy of a debate? Don't come to the debate. It is not required, sir. It is not required. If you don't want to participate, do not come, please. But don't come here and pontificate after participating in the debate. Let me bring in Abdul Razack Khan. Abdul Razack Khan, it's a simple question. It's a very simple question. 1 second.
It is my duty to point out.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for fulfilling your duty. And I don't know who that duty is towards, but in any case, thank you very much for participating. Let me bring in Abdul Razack Khan now. Abdul Razack Khan, simple question that is being asked. Time and again, on multiple occasions, the links of the Congress party with various terror organizations are being pointed out by the BJP. I'm not taking a position on this, but this is what the BJP is time and again saying, that whether it is Batla House, whether it is statements after 26/11, there are extremely controversial positions that have been taken. And in that light, they are saying that what's happening as far as this investigation is pointing to a similar policy of appeasement. That is their pointed allegation that they are making. Please respond to that pointed charge.
Madhav, political statements are different when it comes to Batla House encounter or any other issue that the BJP is raising. Those are all political statements. But here, this is a direct allegation. You are openly saying that there is a Congress link. My question is, 8 years ago, there was a lease. Now, I want to question whether this terror case is a real terror case or what. The reason being, there was a terror, this Mr. Mohammed Shariq, who is the terror accused, was the prime accused in a similar case on the banks of River Tunga in the month of September 2022, 6 months ago. The blast happened in November. What was the police doing? Because these guys did a rehearsal on the banks of River Tunga 3 months before this blast took place. 2 people were arrested and this person was not arrested. When he has such a big complex in his father's name, why was his photograph not submitted to all the police stations? Why was he not arrested? Because they did a rehearsal of a bomb blast at the banks of River Tunga. 2 were arrested.
That's a very serious charge. I'm going to allow
Why
that question.
Why did the police not arrest?
I'm going to allow
6
that question.
months down the line.
Subhrashta, would you like to take that question? Because, you know, it's one thing to...
Secondly, Madhav.
Let's go one by one.
Just an extension.
Let's go one by one, please.
Just an extension,
let's not confuse
Madhav.
issues. Abdul Razack Khan, I'll come back to you. We have 10 minutes more left on this debate. You've asked a pertinent question. Let's get in a response from the BJP. BJP and Subhrashta both are there with us on the panel. Let me go to Subhrashta first. Point being made by him is that it's one thing to level political allegations, but in this very instant case, this accused was not properly investigated. Had perhaps they done their due diligence or agencies done their due diligence, then perhaps this would not be the case of him actually, you know, attempting yet another blast several months later. Subhrashta, please take that point, get that question.
Yes, it's a very valid point being raised, and I think people like Abdul Razack should actually take it up. If they feel that it is a political issue, then they should take up political cudgels against the BJP. Why not? I mean, if they are conscientious Indian citizens and they really want to believe in the law and order situation, then I think they should just take it up. I don't understand why there's a problem. But, you know, to call this a political issue and say it is irrelevant, and then try to bring another political argument which sort of targets the BJP and keeps Congress in a good light, that is a line of argument I'm not ready to buy. Okay. You have a problem with something, follow it through. Take it up.
Take it up, Abdul Razack Khan. Make it a big issue. Increase awareness on this issue and demand accountability of the state government.
Okay, let me ask you one more thing, Madhav. The bomb blast happened on 19th November. The case was submitted to NIA on 1st December. Why does it take 1.5 months, 11th January 2023, to come out and say that the accused father owned the building and there was a Congress office in that? I mean, is the NIA dancing to the tunes of BJP? Even a small theft of a mobile phone will be deeply probed and better probed. NIA is involved here. You come out 1.5 months down the line and say that the Congress party is involved.
Well,
why could this have not been?
In my limited understanding of how the agencies work, Abdul Razack Khan, I'm not an expert. I'll admit I'm not an expert.
complex.
I'm going to allow the BJP to take that question, and in fact the BJP must respond to that. Guru Prakash, please respond. Why has it taken 1.5 months for the agencies to come out with this kind of an explanation and this alleged terror link? Is it because the agencies are dancing to political tunes of their masters? That's the allegation coming in from Abdul Razack Khan. Yes, Guru Prakash.
No, I was very patiently listening to Mr. Abdul Razack Khan, and I'm happy that he at least acknowledged the role of Mohammed Shariq, that there was some involvement. But I will be more happy when he realizes that there is an established connection and a relationship. Because the land, sir, belonged to a Congress leader. There is absolutely no dispute regarding that. Let us not be judges here. Let us not be judicial authorities here. No, we are. Abdul ji, sun lijiye bhaiya zara. Let us not. I am just requesting you to not be a judge in this case. Let us not assume the judicial responsibilities. Let us. We are assuming the judicial responsibilities, sir, without proper investigation. Sun lijiye, Abdul ji. Without proper investigation, without proper inquiry, how can you absolve the Congress leadership here? That is my only point. What right do you have? What evidence do you have? While on the contrary, there are evidences to suggest, sir, that the land belonged to the Congress leader and none other than a former Congress minister. You do not make any Congress worker a Congress minister. He has to have a strong credentials as a Congress minister, and you are absolving him. Let's not absolve him before any investigation and judicial process. Let us wait for the judicial process. And this entire argument of agencies dancing to the tune of central government, this is a pointless argument. इलेक्शन हार गए तो इलेक्शन कमीशन कॉम्प्रोमाइज्ड है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट में कुछ खिलाफ में आ गया, सुप्रीम कोर्ट कॉम्प्रोमाइज्ड है. दिस इज अ डन एंड डस्टेड आर्गुमेंट. प्लीज गो बियॉन्ड दिस. प्लीज गो बियॉन्ड दिस. अब्दुल जी, ऐसे नहीं होता है. आप भाई सुनने का थोड़ा धैर्य रखिए, थोड़ा हैव द पेशेंस टू लिसन भाई, थोड़ा सुना करिए. ऐसे देयर इज नो पॉइंट इन डिबेटिंग लाइक दिस. You are not a court. आप कोर्ट नहीं है. You are not a judge. Have some patience. Let the judicial process happen. Let the investigation and inquiry happen. Why are you in such a hurry? Why are you in such a hurry to absolve the Congress leader? I have a very simple question. Abdul ji, suniye thoda. Arey, don't shout over me, sir. I have a very simple question. Why are you in such a hurry to absolve the Congress leader? Why are you in such a hurry to absolve the Congress leadership? I am asking a simple question. आप इतनी जल्दी में क्यों हैं? थोड़ा कोर्ट को अपना काम करने दीजिए, एजेंसीज को अपना काम करने दीजिए. Let us not be in a hurry. This is a serious terror allegation. Please let us give time to the agencies and let them do the investigation and inquiry and let them decide. Let us not be judges here. My simple point of submission.
Okay. Answer the question. Abdul Razack Khan, he's asked you a question. You asked them questions. He answered. Mr. Razack Khan, simple questions you have asked of them. They have answered. They are asking you a couple of questions as why you are in a hurry to absolve. Please respond to him.
My thing is, it is very clear and crystal clear that NIA, ED, all these agencies are being used against the opposition to make a political
what evidences
point.
You have?
Because even if a small mobile phone is stolen, people will know which family he belongs to, what is his father, everything will be known. Today, after 1.5 months of this allegation is made, that means the BJP is trying to politicize this. The BJP is trying to politicize a terror case for political gains.
Okay, I'm not going to get into the merits of this debate, but is it possible, Abdul Razack Khan, that ED, which can only act upon a predicate offence and perhaps started investigating after the NIA took charge and perhaps found some links of money, etc., it's only after that the ED has carried out its raids today? Do you think that that is a possibility or within the realm of possibility, because you are repeatedly questioning the timing?
Now let me tell you, I spoke to Mr. Ratnakar myself. There was absolutely no raid, nothing at all. They only wanted the documents. It was a registered document.
There were no raids.
The agreement was a registered agreement at a Taluk office, which was given to the ED.
Mr. Abdul Razack Khan, the entire point of this debate is there were 5 raids, 5 locations where searches took place today. I'm just reading out today's the information that's just come in today, that the Enforcement Directorate had conducted searches at 5 locations in Karnataka in connection with the Mangaluru cooker blast case. Searches have gone on to the residence of accused Shariq in Shivamoga, who was the prime accused in the blast. The relatives of Shariq are being searched. ED officials raided a complex in Tirthahalli. The Tirthahalli shopping complex in the Soppaguda area belongs to Shariq's father, and the same complex Congress rented an office. The Congress office was taken on lease from the Mangaluru auto-rickshaw blast accused Shariq's family. That is the entire reason we are having this debate, Mr. Abdul Razack Khan, and you are not even aware that raids have taken place.
Shariq's father, Mohammed Hashim, who passed away due to cancer recently. This was 8 years ago in the year 2015. It is 2023 now.
Raids have taken place?
And the agreement ends on June.
All right. We'll have to leave it there. There will be a number of heated political debates when it comes to Karnataka. It's of course election season there at the end of the day. Is this just a political ploy or is there some merit in this case? The agencies have the task cut out. Will they be able to prove these charges in the court is something that we have to watch out for. Guru Prakash, Shubhrashta, Abdul Razack Khan, Dr. Suman C. Raman and Kapil Madan, thanks so much for joining us.